following you, Watcher.
What a mess. We'll be needing help getting the Defiant off the ground. We got turned around in that storm. Hard to be sure just where we are.
What do we do now?
Not much chance of us moving the ship on our own, but we're in charted waters. There's bound to be a town nearby.
Well, onwards to the town then, I suppose. Alright, so what I'm going to do though, like I said, we've already been to the map, we know where we're going, or I know where I'm going, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but yeah, just still a pain in the backside, you know. But to do it all again, it's like, oh, you have the world map, yes. Working on the world map, yes, follow the camera, yep. So Forgotten Sanctum, Seeker Slayer Survivor, and I thought I had another one. Guess not. Guess I don't get it. Oh, that's awfully fast. Alright, so we know what happens here. Dawnstar. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. An angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out Kef milling around it. As you near the cart, you make out a group of Viserian pilgrims in rough spun linens and cottons. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently as two of the pilgrims argue over the front wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. Approach openly. One of the pilgrims notices you. He steps back, draws the attention of the others. A man in a well-worn gabeston steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look at you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? We are farmers, come from Mysterian to work in the colony fields here. We believe we're believers, all to the one, in the light of Eora. The other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams. 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figured it must be him, Eora, calling to us. So we came here, to the place where we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims looks around, matching your sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass, with 3 stars on his brow, but he sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in his mid. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Yes, well, he's a big guy, you know. Big guy. Wheel stuck as stuck gets. None of us are strong enough to lift the corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Threaten them! So inspect the wagon. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If you can get the wheel up, we can slide that beneath in. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sit to the side. One of the youngster Dawn Stars looks at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? Watch this. Boosh. You square yourself to the wagon's corners, squat deep, and rest the wheel from the mud with a grunt. The young Dawn Star stands in shock for a moment, but reacts in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You and the Dawn Stars you've roped into your work glisten with sweat, but they laugh happily, singing strong songs of praise to Eora, children of the Dawnstar. 2 hours passed. Smiling, their leader passes a small pouch of coins onto your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare the wagons as you take your leave. Silver Fenning. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveller. Whether you came for Eora or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Porta Majerino, eh? Ed a cappuccino, eh? Port Maje Harbor.
Better see what that crowd's about.
What if the giant comes this way?
Please, everyone stay calm.
Take on with you. The man at the centre of attention appears to be fielding inquiries from both the gaggle of townsfolk gathered around the platform and a rather severe-looking Eora woman standing just beside him.
Please, everyone remain calm. I assure you I will do everything in my power to get you the answers you need. Our friends among the Huana
One.
Have offered you hospitality and safety from the storms.
She folds her arms.
Yes, I think we are all keenly aware of the debt of gratitude we owe to the...
I have personally seen to the safety of your homes. Now you will do the same for our families.
What about our families?
Our families.
What about the ships? How are we supposed to feed ourselves?
Above the land.
If everyone would...
As Clario's gaze sweeps across the crowd, it falls upon you, where it remains. A few more heads turn to see what has caught the governor's attention.
It's one of the pirates.
At this alarmed cry, the whole crowd turns to regard you. A startled, expectant hush falls upon the gallant Grog. My ship ran aground.
2 of my guards reported a ship flying deer wooden colors, fallen prey to a private vessel. That would be your ship, I assume.
The crowd quiets somewhat at that. Will you still find yourself to the target of a few glares?
That would make him lucky. Your own vessels do not usually fare so well.
The woman regards you with bland curiosity.
Quite.
I just need some repair. I'll be on my way.
Percomplanca, everyone, forgive me. I believe this matter requires my attention. You have my word that I will keep you apprised of any changes.
Any changes?
Especially you, Mr. Ikawa.
Do not flatter me with Valian titles. You are distracted with your newcomer and wish me gone. But I will not go far, Governor Clario.
Geralde. As for you, stranger, let us speak at my estate. We'll discuss your predicament.
Predicament. Predicament. I speak
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh?
What are your thoughts on Aethys at the moment?
I don't know. I've still got this picture of him in my mind from when I was a kid in church. It's nothing like what we're seeing. Just like it was nothing like Widewind. But that first image, that's still what Aethys is to me. If you like.
What did you do after we ended the legacy?
I like that feeling, knowing we'd stopped Theos. We were part of something big. That was something I never felt before, not even at war. Guess I went looking for it again. Not that I wanted to tangle with gods, but something smaller. Something I thought I could manage. There was that little town, Deerford, we passed through. Got hit real hard by the legacy. I went in and asked their mayor if I could help, and he was real friendly. But then it turned out he was in that Scanite cult they have over there. And when I wasn't looking, he tried to knock me out with a garden hoe.
Oh,
Guess he wanted to drain my blood or gouge out my eyes with rocks or whatever it is they do. Didn't ask. Anyway, I came out of his house carrying his head, and well, I got to be mayor after that.
keep what you kill. Keep what you kill.
They didn't even want to do an election. I said, if you're sure, and they all nodded, kinda quick-like.
So how were you as a mayor?
Some of it I was good at. Welcoming people. Getting them to settle there, keeping order. But there were other things I had no head for. Negotiating, settling arguments, saying the right things. I think I made a difference, but plenty of folks got hurt along the way. I don't know if that was something we could have avoided, or if it was the cost of trying to fix things. If you like.
Why do you do that one?
I like that feeling. Knowing we'd stop Theos, that was something I never felt before. Not that there was I went in, but guess anyway, they didn't even want to do an election. If you like.
So, how did you like Deadfire?
The air's different. Especially compared to Gilded Vale, where there's more livestock than shovels. Sounds different, too. You wake up to all those bird calls, it really does sound like they're making music. If the birds woke you in Gilded Vale, it was usually a couple crows making the most horrible mating noises you ever heard. Strange thing is, I still get this feeling in me like I wish I was home.
Ah, you're a wee man.
Sure.
You're a wee man.
Accept the light, and you shall be redeemed.
Yeah, be redeemed. A woman shout, arms raised high and wide. In each hand, she grips a golden candle. The flames gutter wildly as she gestures to the crowd before her. The missionary holds a candle to drip wax in the shape of 3 stars on the forehead of each kneeling worshipper. One of them stumbles back, swiping the hot wax from his skin.
Se futito, Madicchio, I did not sign up to be burned.
What do you think of doing?
Idling, that's what. Making ourselves feel all requited.
Arms crossed over her chest, a shorter, darker-skinned woman catches the ritual with an ornery sort of expression, her delicate chin jutted up.
We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
As she steps forward, she reaches for a peculiar-looking lantern strapped to her hip.
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Service the dead? Rather than discourage the other Dawnstar, the accusation seems to kindle a stubbornness inside her. Shoulders set, she grins.
Here, I'll light them all at once.
Metal clanking, she sways an eerily lit lantern in an intricate pattern before her. Priestess bites her lip, swinging harder and faster, with arms hurtling the weapon with a deceptively hidden strength, until she thrusts it hard out toward the crowd, splattering everyone with wax. Well, that's got to hurt. That's it. What souls are you on about? Or that's one way to do it. What souls are you on about?
The ones I dreamed died.
Her words falter as she gets a good look at you for the first time.
I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism.
I'm looking for an address statue. Yea, hi, inhabited by healers.
I knew it!
She clenches her grip on the sickle in her right hand.
Gon's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul.
Why do you want to go inland?
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Very bad light.
Enough nonsense, Xoti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wanglith, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gon bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be.
Leave it be.
We all serve our purposes. So what's yours?
I'm a watcher, baby.
So you can see souls?
Oh, yeah.
That's a handy talent to have. I know my harvesting would benefit from it.
Harvesting?
And here you are, following my god.
No.
Watcher, will you take me with you?
Fine proposition. I'll enjoy the company of a priestess. Yeah, maybe so.
I know an
Let's
offer
be nice.
rare as hen's
Let's be
teeth
nice.
when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
How about reputation? And
You won't regret this.
certainly hope so. She steals a shy glance at Eder.
Hey.
Eder Hall half nods without looking in Xoti's direction. He seems suddenly focused on something in the distance. A tad too eagerly, she saunters close beside you.
At least take care, child. Come back to us
Okay,
in one
child.
piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
The older priestess sighs, shaking her head.
So don't tell her. What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Grinning, Xoti waves her burden a curt parting. Okay, I'm going to keep things as simple as possible. He will just be a priest. Right. I'll go talk to Eder.
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here.
Well, there you have.
There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around. See if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Xoti rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. How did you know her?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple.
You can trust me, you know.
All right, all right. We used to, you know.
Ah, meow.
She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room.
Aye, right. Bullshit. Xoti's face multis bright red and she turns away, hands covering her eyes. I get the picture. It sounds like a special woman. Or... she could have stopped a few sentences ago. Nah.
I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
Find someone who might know Eder's friend.
Sorry, we haven't any rooms for you.
There were a large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling grimly.
Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
He slides a murky pint of ale across the counter towards you. Cheers. How can you tell?
No secret to it. We haven't had a new ship in port since the storm rolled through. And yet, here's a stranger in my tavern.
Maybe I swam. What's this about rooms?
We're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea. Well, tell you what. I've got one room ought to have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill.
Bloody bastard, eh?
He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
Slides the key across the counter towards you. What if he won't leave willingly?
Ah, well. He's a prat, but he's not so tough. Smack him around if it comes down to it. But I figure a few sharp words ought to do the trick.
I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
With a final nod, turns away. Alright, well, you know what, mate? Drugs.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be? Still
no,
kicking, eh?
Make
What'll it be?
what can you tell me about the port?
Guess you haven't
Maje?
exactly seen the prettier side of the place since you landed, right? It's the only town on the island, if you don't count Sarahuzi, little Juana village out west.
That's a hoozy.
Really is a decent place most days. Good trade, and plenty of money rolling in from Claudio's investors. Damn sight quieter than back home. But I don't have to tell you about the Deerwood.
Oh,
Ain't right doing business sober.
I saved it.
I could fix that for you.
Fix that for you. Why call it the Kraken's Eye?
What else? It was the glory of my fighting years. The beast pulled nearly 7 full crews into its belly before it was brought down. I was at the helm that day, and for that, My captain gifted me one of the beast's eyes.
Thorell's eyes glitter with pride as he points to the wall just right to the counter.
My proudest moment and my dearest treasure. I would not part with it for all the world.
Right, I'd like to hire some crew members onto my ship.
Not much point to that without a ship.
I have a
Come
ship.
by when you've got work to offer and we'll
It's
figure
just
something
beached.
out.
Alright. It's just beached.
Didn't think you had 2 copper pieces to rub together. But no offense.
Ah, yeah. Do you want my stuff, mate? Idiot.
Thought I'd locked that thing.
The glassy-eyed gentleman before you bears a miserable expression of the recently sober. He also smells like he's been pickling a cast for a few days.
Thing is, the way doors work, right? And I realize this is complicated, is that you close them and then uninvited people stay on the other side.
What is it? If it was a hinge door? Or a swing door? I mean, it's...
Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces.
This place is a mess.
No, that's not nice. Things were real comfortable up until you turned up.
He nudges an empty bottle with a boot.
Did Thorell put you up to this? You really want to get your teeth kicked in on his behalf? Get out of here before you regret it.
I'm asking politely.
You're trying to kick us out. Nothing polite about that.
Thorell's pretty steams. Things are only going to get worse. Gerlin looks down at himself and then out at the folded bedding and the sticky carpets. His shoulders slump.
Well, maybe we did lose our heads a little.
You serious? You're going to let him kick us out of our own room?
Come on, you lot. The crew of the Peregrine sails for brighter shores.
He heads out at a wobbling limp. Hey, do-do-do-do-do. Chicken.
Give me a real challenge.
Walking around. Ah, there, yeah, yep. One is definitely walking around. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I really don't know.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
I'll clear out that room for you.
Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it. And for a job well done, here's your pay.
He sets a damp leather coin a pouch on the counter. 1,200. 1,200
Still kicking,
dues.
eh? Sure thing.
Diplomacy, intimidate.
Ooh-wee. About time we took a breather. My feet are blistered something fierce.
Hands braced on her knees for support, she leans forward and sucks in a breath of fresh air. Her eyes never leave your face. A rosy flush slowly brightens her cheeks, and she beams you a wide, brash grin.
Tell me what's on your mind.
What your thoughts?
We talking during the Saints' War or after he died?
Probably a bit of everything. Press the thing on button, which seems to bring up the capture sheet. What's the difference?
Well, before he died, he was still Aethys as the majority of my brethren know him. Aethys embodied a human, and when that human got blown to bits, we all believed Aethys died.
Here gives a nod and a wink.
And I think a part of him did, the part he'd most closely woven into living flesh, the part that represented life, and rebirth after death. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian, rot, and falling away. That which is death.
Yeah, which is death. Tell me about Aethys leading up to and during the Saints' War.
I really only know what my folks taught me.
She could actually use the back of her head. Hesitant.
Aethys embodied Saint Widwin, but during the war, he got blown to bits. That's the thing about human bodies. Eventually, they all gotta die.
But there's God. Why would you need the inhabitant of a human?
As the god of rebirth, of course, Aethys would be coming back. But where I differ from my family's view, and my high priestess's view, is that I've studied the apotheosis of Gone. And I know all about the backside, the downward swoop, the death part of the cycle of life. Abscission, rot, regrowth.
Regrowth.
What's gone can never be again. What comes back is changed. Always. Even if what comes back is a god.
God. What's your take on Aethys following the Saints' War?
Then you mean gone. Sure, maybe my god still answers to Aethys as well. Why not? But Aethys died, and death requires change. He ain't what he was. Not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now. No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening.
Should we be swearing so much as a priestess?
Reckon not.
She grins wide and confident.
But I can't help but be a touch wayward.
Wayward?
I don't take it too far. My ma caught me once necking in the merkberry stalks. And of course I fight. But I've not done much more than that. And I don't use the real ugly words.
You waggles her sickle around in a helpless sort of gesture.
Sometimes the feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me. Gods darn it.
Gods darn it. Eder gives a nod and a wink. That's all for now.
You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
2 whoops and a holler away, oh boy. 2 whoops and a holler baller, right? Alright. Off the Dawn Stars. Dawn Stars over here, so. Dog gives us a single quiet whine. Its top of a tail wags excitedly. Do you know where do you know where Aethys is, boy?
Well, don't worry about it then.
Maria scratches the dog's neck and gives it a couple of pats. Ah.
May Aethys' light shine upon you.
And upon you.
You watch over her, you hear? That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hands.
I will.
For God's sake, I don't need Nanny in Wanglith.
Wanglith?
I've reaped more with my 2 hands than you'll dream in a lifetime.
And you've pride in that?
Head shaking, she turns to you.
Do you see why she needs guarding? You must shield her light. Do not let her lose it or her life. Do you seek a blessing from the light?
We're looking for someone who's came out this way years back.
If it's a fellow missionary you seek, then you might talk with Nordegand at the temple in Nekataka. She's been around a while. Knows more of us than most anyone else.
Nekataka, okay. His blessing.
Xoti, blessed child, you return to the flock. What news do you bring us from the High Priestess?
Don't get comfy, 'cause I ain't here to stay. I'm finally doing Gone's will, thanks to the Watcher.
So I now see.
Founding the priestess takes her time, lighting one golden candle and then another.
Do you seek a blessing from the light?
I would like a blessing, yes. The priestess' entire expression brightens, lit by a holy righteousness.
You chose wisely. Endurance is the path to perfection.
Perfection.
Hand me your palm.
My palm, take my hand, child.
Will strengthen your spirit through tribulation.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Tribulation. You get hurt, but deal with it. The woman snatches for your wrist with a fervent strength. Her fingers are cold, unrelenting, and tight. But the candle flame that she presses to your skin is white hot, instantly stinging.
This flame lacks the flicker of guidance, but it will purify both flesh and soul. Let the pain absolve your sins.
Hold your hand over the flame. I can take it. An acrid smell assaults your nose as smoke curls up from your skin. The pain is a constant jabbing, the tip of the flame needling at the nerves until your fingers begin to shake uncontrollably.
And now for the benediction. What I speak, you repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Godly Redeemer.
Godly Redeemer.
And bringer
of life, who shepherds his flock.
through the labyrinth of hell. Though you currently rest in peace, we remain devoted until the time of your revival. We've in your coming rebirth, in the restoration of your holy greatness.
Holy greatness, child. I'm a believer. Keep holding your hand over the flame. The fire continues to eat through flesh and muscle, digging into bone. Eder points affably in approval. Well, that's nice.
To banish the shadows of the unfaithful. And
Shadows
wash
of the
away
unfaithful.
sins of our past.
Alright, so I take it I've got to do all that. I'm supposed to remember all that? Godly Redeemer, bringer of light. So, religion covers both the theological concerns of Eora's various religions as well as popular beliefs, saint cults, and religious organisers in the world. Well, I'm just saying, Dawn sounds like a cult. I'm just saying, sounds like a cult. Without so much of a movement from either of you, the flame suddenly snuffs out. Wangliff nods and rubs a glob of wax into the wound. Oh, that's nice. Here. You've just been burnt to high heaven. Have some wax.
Good. The light accepted you for its host. Go and be well. Walk within the light.
Within the light?
And you shall not falter.
With a flick of her fingers, she splatters you with golden marks. Right. I've just been splattered twice. Twice. What did I get? 50 healing done, plus 2 religion. Does everybody get that?